Hello. Let's get ready. Today's Wednesday, and guess what? Wednesday, we wear pink. I'm gonna start. I already put I'm already a mess. I am on day 18 of needing to wash my hair. That will be happening. All right, I'm starting with Super Goop. It has SPF 40. This one is the glow screen, so you can see it gives me that extra glow, but I feel like the makeup is already so dewy, so hydrating, that sometimes I maybe want a more matte finish, and so I actually just bought Super Goop, but the matte screen, and I'm really excited to try that, but I'm gonna finish this one first. But I have some friends today that I'm gonna have to fix, but let's get started. So I wanted to first show you, this is my Seint palette. It is a cream foundation. Here are my tins. Look at them. I'm really trying to use every ounce. And that's the really cool thing about Seint makeup is once I finish one tin, it's $14. I just pop that out. It's magnetic. Let's see if I can pop it out with my fingernails. Usually it's easier if you keep an extra lid, and they pop out super easy, but there you go. So you just pop it out and see, they're magnetic. So once I'm finished with this tin, I use every little bit of product in it. I melt it down if I need to. And then I just buy a $14 tin and replace it. So I can replace it as I need and not the entire thing. I love that. So this is my face. This is my 3D cream foundation system, and the main highlight, that's what you would think of as your foundation that has foundational coverage. This is my brightening highlight. This is what you think as concealer. It has foundational coverage. This is a contour, and this is also a contour. They both have foundational coverage. Also my lip and cheek, okay? So those are all you use all together, one layer. Like, it's not layer upon layer, like one single layer. You put them strategically on your face, paint by number, and you blend, 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 okay? But I also have some fun. I have some bronzer and illuminator, and those just really help to give you that glow that Seint is so known for. This is actually a triple decker, meaning that there's 3 layers. And so I have my face. The second one is some lip and cheeks that I like to use. I have a little demi for color correcting, and then my eyeshadows. And I just kind of pulled my pink eyeshadows that I'm gonna wear today. It's Wednesday. Wednesdays we wear pink. So I'm gonna let that sit in just for a couple more minutes, but I wanna show you the different brushes. So there's so many different brushes in Seint, and they're all double-ended, and you can get different coverage with the different brushes. And so like this one, for instance, you can see that this one's a little bit more compact and this side is more fluffy. And so this side is gonna be a more light coverage. So you can just lightly, it's less product, it blends a little bit softer, where this side is more of a medium coverage. And so whatever you like or what you need, like today I might need a little bit more of a fuller coverage. I could then even use the buff brush, and you can see how dense and compact these bristles are. This brush picks up a lot more product, and it really, as you stipple into your face, it really pushes that makeup into your skin so that it can set and stay and give you the coverage that you need. And then there's also the detail brush. There's a lot of different brushes, and so when you send me a color match, so if you're interested, you just send me a selfie, a bare face selfie in front of a window, take a couple steps back. You just personally DM me. I'm not going to share it. And then I will tell you what colors. And then I also will recommend some brushes, like which do you like, light, medium, full coverage? What are your problem areas? And then I will help you figure out what you want to get. And so there's even like a brush like the blend brush, and this is a very soft brush. This is a really natural look. So if you like natural, you'd go something with like this. Like I said, I need a little bit more of a full coverage today, and I like makeup. I have a problem. All right, I am gonna go into my palette, and I'm actually gonna go, like I said, this is a contour, and so this is called Aspen. It's the lightest contour we have, but if you have any redness, this guy is your best friend. And so I'm gonna take this small side of the detail brush and I'm just getting a little bit. I'm not swiping, I'm not gouging out. You just need a little bit of product. And then you can see how red that guy is. And I just barely put a little bit on. Now, faces are faces. We have texture, pores, bumps. I can't like get rid of that, right? Like nothing's gonna like just magically erase that unless you're putting an entire mask on your face. But we still want our makeup to be like our skin, right? Like our second skin. And so this just helps to color correct those areas so that we can get a better like foundation, like a better start. So I don't need it on my whole face, just the little areas that I'm a little bit more red. More areas than I wish. Have some broken capillaries on my nose and they like disappear as I put the Aspen on. And yes, it's like a little bit of an off color, but I'm gonna be putting on my highlights and it's gonna cover those. And this isn't always needed because like I said, our highlights, they have foundational coverage, but I just had some extra tricky spots that I just kind of like to cover. Okay, so that's all I'm gonna do. Nothing crazy, like it was a really light. I'm just kind of feathering it on. Now these spots, they're not really red, so I wouldn't use the Aspen to exactly color those because Aspen color corrects redness. And so I do have a demi that I will try to cover that a little bit, but right here is hard because this is where your contour is, your bronzer is, your lip and cheek is. So I will try my best to cover it. But that's what I'm at. That's what I'm doing today. So I'm gonna use the other side of the detail brush. I love how like it's an oblong kind of shape. And here's my contour. And I always start with my contour because it kind of gives me a map to where my other colors are. So I start at the top of my ear and I follow my cheekbone. So if you start up here, it puts the most product up here and I come and I'm stippling on because if I just come and swipe any color correcting that I did put on, it's just gonna swipe and get rid of that color correcting. So if by doing this, it's pushing the product in and it's also leaving that color correcting where I put it, okay? And your contour is a cool, mimics shadows. So my contour is olive, but like I said, when you send me that color match form, I will totally tell you what you need. And so like my sister yesterday, it was so fun. I was able to give them little makeovers to my sisters yesterday. And she was saying that her one contour, she's tanned recently. She went on to Hawaii, and so she's darker. And so the contour that she was using kind of wasn't giving her the dimension that it used to give her. So if you're using Seint and you notice that it's looking different, either your contour or your highlights, send me a new color match photo and then we'll get you guys your right shade for the summer season. 14 bucks, that's all it costs. And we know how much foundations are. Any of those, especially those nice foundations, can be 50, 60 bucks. Whereas this, literally $14 for a tin. And it lasts for 2 to 3 months. The highlights do. The lip and cheeks literally can last you a whole year. Easy, because you're not wearing the same lip and cheek every single day. Your contour can last months. And it's like, you were like, how? It's just like a little tin, but you need less. And they blend so nicely on your face. It's just, they're a dream. Okay, so I'm just lightly contouring my nose. The closer you put the lines, the thinner your nose looks. And I bring it up into my brow, bottom of my nose, like that. Okay, I'm gonna put a little bit, I'm just gonna use my finger underneath my lip here. Just gives you the illusion of a bigger shadow, like I have like thicker lips. I don't know. Okay. All right, so step one is my contour and I'm done. It went on all like the outsides of my face. So the like the top of my forehead, the sides of my cheeks here, my jawline, kind of like where the shadows are on your nose and the shadow below your lip. Remember, contour is the shadow, okay? So naturally, wherever you have shadows, that's where they go. All right, I'm gonna jump to my buff brush. Remember, I want a more fuller coverage today, and so see how compact these bristles are? This is gonna do that. And I like stick to the smaller side. I don't know. I like it. So this lighting. My main highlight is candlelit. So I just come wherever you would have a beard. That's where you're going to bring that. If you accidentally brought your contour too low because you don't want it in your smile lines, you could fix it. Creams are so forgiving and they just work together. So like any mistake, if you put way too much blush on, no worries, we got you. There's so many different tips and tricks to blend it out. So I just bring it here. So do you see how it's not going on top of my contour? It is going below it and around it. This is the paint by number, the one layer makeup, so that your face can breathe. Especially if you are more mature. A lot of people think, oh, creams, I can't use that. No, like creams are better for more mature skin. It moves with your skin. It doesn't like settle in your lines. And it's a dream for more mature skin, even oily or dry skin. It works for all skin types, all skin tones, all skin issues. It works for all, like seriously. It is so hydrating. So if you're a dry gal, it's fantastic. Even if you're oily, one reason why you're oily and you're putting your makeup on, it's like stifling your skin. And so your skin is having to overproduce the oil because it is so dry underneath your liquid foundation. And so by switching to creams where your skin can breathe, it's not having to overproduce the oil. So it's actually so much better for your skin if you have any of those issues. Okay, there are different steps you would take. Like setting with the powder, or making sure you maybe set or prime your face beforehand. So there's a lot of tips and tricks that if you're like having issues, reach out and I'll help you. All right, so I'm gonna use the small end of my detail brush and my brightening highlight, what you think of as contour, concealer. Mine is white peach. And so I just bring a little bit into my under eye. Just a little bit, less is more. This product is so much more pigmented that you don't need a lot. See, whatever was left on my brush, I'm gonna close my eyes and just look at how much of the redness it took away. I mean, phenomenal, right? I didn't even put extra, I didn't even dip in, just whatever was left from doing this, I brought onto my eyelid. Now, I didn't put any product right here. This is my problem area. And when I said less is more, this is what I mean. With all those other products, you're having to place a big, thick thing. You put foundation on, and then you put a second layer of concealer all the way under, and it's just caking and sitting in your lines. Because this is so much more pigmented, like 80% color compared to the like 18% of the liquid, I need just a little bit, I need less. And so there, it just cuts down on the possibility of all that makeup being underneath my eye. Okay, so I'm just kind of dispersing that product now, just in bouncing, stippling motions. And you could see I still have bags, you know. I still have my skin. It's not going to take away that, but it's just so much more brighter. Voila. There's that eye and that eye. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Give a little product right there in that inner corner, the outer corner. And this way, have you seen those like the supermodels and their faces look real like tight and snatched? Well, this is a trick. When you're putting on your brightening highlight, go on this upper angle and it gives you like you're awake and your eyes are nice and wide and open. Okay. Get that redness. Bring it down here. Okay, my brightening highlight is gonna go in the center of my face. So it's kind of like my T-zone. So it's gonna go my mid-brow. It's gonna go down my nose, my Cupid's bow, the fat part of my chin right here. I'm gonna use my finger to go down my nose. My kids would be proud of me. I didn't do my middle finger today. Now, this doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, really, you don't have to be good at makeup to be good at Seint makeup. Like, literally, you're just kind of slapping the colors on in the areas that they belong. And then I'm just gonna blend. Okay, so that's where I'm at. That's my favorite part, is the blending. So I like to put on my main highlight, my brightening highlight. And when you go to shop, they're both under highlights. You just pick which two colors. And I will tell you once you send your color match. And then my contour. So I always start with those three main colors. And now I'm gonna take my B² brush. I'm gonna blend it out. I'm gonna stay with my light colors. So all the places I put those highlights. Now I'm making sure I'm not swiping. I'm not even doing circles. I'm just doing this bouncing motion, and it's gonna blend all these colors together, but keep the colors in the areas I put them. There's a reason. You don't want your shadows to drop down here. Once your shadows drop down here from you blending down, you're giving yourself a 5 o'clock shadow. We don't want a beard, right, ladies? All right, so now I'm gonna underblend my contour a bit because I'm gonna be putting other stuff on top, my bronzer, my lip and cheek, which is my blush, and I just like a dramatic cheek. Okay, my forehead. If after you blend, you want more color on your forehead, more shadow, well, after you blend, go back and you can add a little bit more. So if you like, oh, I blended that out, I like that, you know, just add a little bit more, just like that. Okay, don't mind my hair today. Holy cow. It's gonna go in a pony soon. Okay, so I have blended this all out. Let me make sure I got my eyes. Oh, my nose, I don't think I got. Same thing with your nose. You don't wanna just like completely rub it out. I put the contour on the sides. I wanna keep those there. So I'm just kind of going down the lines. I don't know if I got my jawline. Okay, now it is my favorite time ever. The Bella bronzer. So contour is cool, ashy, a shadow, and your bronzer is a warm, got kissed by the sun kind of a glow. Okay, so I like to put it on, like I said, how there's the different sizes on the brush. I put it on with a smaller side to apply the makeup, and I do it in like a letter C. So think of like the top points of your face, top of your cheek, right here in your forehead, and then I flip this softer side of the brush, and I just kind of finish out a couple little circles, and it gives it more of an airbrush look. But this is the glow. I literally would not skip this, not one day. I love this. And I did just melt down my Bella bronzer, and I feel like it's even more creamy than it was in the beginning. So just a heads up that if you need a melt down, because you totally can, you just put it on like a pan on low. You just melt those guys down, anything without a shimmer. Don't do the shimmer because then all the shimmer is gonna drop and you're gonna ruin it. But when you go to use it again, just be careful. It's so much easier to pick up more. So just have a light hand. Okay, a little bit down my neck. Especially as you start to tan. This helps. If I bring it down the neck, it helps it just to match a little bit better. Okay. Oh, I just put my finger in something. You can get the bottom of your chin, your nose, whatever you like. Okay, so there. I need a pink today. Let's see. Let's get this guy. I think this is pink grapefruit. I just like to use my finger, and I like to do my lip and cheek after the bronzer, just so that the bronzer doesn't muddy the blush. Now our lip and cheeks go on your lips and your cheeks. They're not as long lasting on your cheeks, and so I often will pop it out of my palette for the day, and I'll just grab one of these small palettes. You can get like really small. So this is like even smaller than this. This will hold 6 tins, but I have one that just holds 4. And I'll put my lip conditioner on, the lip and cheek that I'm wearing for the day, or if I'm wearing 2 of those, and then I'll like my Vanilla Dust setting powder. And then I'll put this in my purse, and then I'm ready to go to like reapply after lunch or as often as I need. but that's a really good little trick because you always get credits when you get tins. So the more tins you buy, the bigger your credit will be to go towards your palettes, because there's a billion different sizes and colors. And I mean, seriously, like whatever your need is, you can find what you need or what you like. Okay. So right now that's what I'm using, my triple decker. I love it. Okay. I am actually done with like my face. And so I'm going to now go to my eyes. And so because I put the brightening highlight on my lid, I'm going to take my brush, just make sure that I blend out if I have any creasing in my eye before I set. Okay. And then I'm going to go into this guy. It's the Vanilla Dust Setting Powder. I love this stuff. Even if you like don't want it to set your whole face, just to put on your eyelids it's beautiful. It gives it a really nice finish that if you could just seriously wear it by itself. But that's that. Now since I'm already in it, I kind of like to, I'll set some of the areas, my forehead, right here on my cheeks, my chin, just kind of like in my brightening areas a little bit. Now, if you prefer, and anywhere that you have blemishes, make sure you get those guys. Set those with powder. If you prefer the really dewy look, more youthful look, I think, you don't have to do this. If you're oily, you will do this, even with like a loose setting powder, like Coty Airspun. I would suggest that. Anything that you got. Okay, today is Wednesday. We're gonna wear pink. So this funny little guy, it's hard to see, but it's kind of just like a little, I don't even know how to describe that, what's inside. But it cleans your brushes. And I use this every single day. So I just clean both sides before I even start. And I'm gonna go into a color called Mama. So I have, oh my goodness, what's this one called? Hija? Did I butcher that? Mama, and then Peppa, and then this is a powder illuminator, and it's called Glamazing. I'm just gonna use a little of that today. But I'm gonna start with Mama. It's the light matte, and I'm just gonna go in my crease, a little above my crease, and the outside of my eye. Now, Mama is literally one of the most perfect, just everyday kind of colors, because it's so soft, so simple, and just to wear this alone would be perfect. But you can see that it just gives my eye a little bit more definition and some color. I'm gonna flip it over to the smaller side, bring it on the bottom lash line. Got some crazy hair. Okay. So there's that. But I mean, how easy is that? Now I'm gonna go into the darker color. It's another matte, just a darker matte. And so like this combo is what I do a lot. I get two mattes, a light and a dark, a light and a medium, whatever you want. And then I get two shimmers, a lighter and a medium one. And I kind of follow this for if I do a purple look, if I'm doing a brown look. I mean, 2 and 2, okay? This doesn't have to be hard. So I'm just getting a little bit of this and I'm bringing it into the outside and a little bit of my crease there. And it's just gonna go kind of in the sideways V. Okay. So the outside and then a little bit into the crease, a little bit above, so that when my eyes are open, you could still see the color. And actually I have the smudge brush. I maybe should have used that guy. I love it, but it really helps you to place the color where you want it. Same thing with the smaller guy, but he is a little small. My alarm just stopped my video. Oh my goodness, technology. Okay, I'm gonna bring that same darker matte color underneath my eye. This color is gorgeous. Okay, so here's where my two shimmers come. I'm gonna go into, this is Peppa, and any shimmers, I really like to use my finger. So I'm gonna use this on the apple of my eye. This is like, I'm gonna use this as like my main shimmer. So the apple and then a little bit on the inside here. But I'm not really going over the darker color. Okay, and then I like to blend it out. Sometimes I'll take like the lighter matte just to kind of help blend that. Okay, now I'm gonna use the small side, but because I went into that dark color, I'm gonna clean it first. And then I'm just gonna go and just gonna tap into this a little bit. And just get at that inside corner. Like that. I mean, just look at that pop. Sometimes it's hard to see on video, but this is definitely, the powders are less is more. They're so pigmented, they're more dramatic. If you have more mature skin, I would say get the creams, but you could also still use them as an eyeshadow. You can get underneath your brow. So you could still get them. You just, technically, if you had a lot of lines here, you just wouldn't put it on the top of your cheeks. But you could use it even on your tips of your nose, your cupids. There's a lot of spots you could put. Okay, that is my pink look. And I'm gonna take my buff brush and just go up like this. And because I'm wearing creams, it just helps to fix my eyeshadow, give a more professional look. And like my eyes aren't so tired. All right, give myself a little bit of a wing. I just follow my lash line. Same thing. I don't know, this is the side that's always easier. I don't know if it's better, but it's easier. Okay. To top, I'm gonna get the inside waterline. Well, now that went a little crazy and I do have fine lines, and so I'm gonna use my perfector sponge. I'm gonna try to pick up a little bit of that illuminator that I put underneath. Just so that it doesn't draw attention to, hello, I have under eye wrinkles. Let's see, I gotta get that out. I should have dampened it. Pretend that it's damp for me, okay? Okay. Some mascara. I'm sorry, I know, it's not the best watching someone put mascara on. All right, one eye. Okay, so if you are interested, if you want to give the 3D Cream Foundation a try, oh, I got my hair in that. Like I said, you're just going to send me that bare face selfie. And if it's wrong, I'll just say, hey, I need another picture. Go stand by that window. Make sure you're not it's not behind you. But to like guarantee your color match, I need the most like pure picture that I can get. I need to see everything. I need to see your age spots, your tone in your skin. Are you warm tone, neutral tone, cool tone? And then you'll just let me know, like, if you have anything, like if you have melasma or your redness bugs you. And then I'll give you all the recommendations that you need for your face. And so you'll get all the colors that you need. I'll recommend what brush to get, what palette to get. Now they have the smaller ones like I was showing you. Like this is an 8. And so there's room for 4 large tins on the top and 4 tins on the bottom. Or you could do like 4 tins on the top and then like 8 eyeshadows on the bottom. So there's the 8. This is a 12. And the 12 is like, I would say the lowest I would go if you're getting like your whole face and everything. Because I really think that you could get the 4 basics, your highlights, your contour, and a lip and cheek. But I think a bronzer needs to be thrown in there. And if you're gonna get a bronzer, you might as well get a highlight. And so I really think that your face is 6. And so this is perfect because you need to keep your creams and your powders separated. So your creams would go on top and then you put your eyeshadows on the bottom. And so this one was the 12. This one's an 18. So it's like 9 on top. And then you have 9 big ones also on the bottom. Or like I said, you're like face on top and then your eyeshadow on the bottom. And I didn't even really do my brows today. My brows have been making me mad lately. And so literally all I've been doing is I've been brushing them and then I just use the brow wax. Like I'm not even filling them in, but it just helps them like look fuller. And I don't know, I think they're just more of like a natural look. So here's my brow wax. I'm going to put in a little bit of my setting spray. You could even use water, but you just spray it on the wax. And then I'm going to take my spoolie. So this is my line brush. And I'm just going to swirl it in there. And that just kind of activates the wax, gets it on my bristles. And then I brush up. I will even brush down just to make sure it's really in there. And then I brush this all up and this down. And then I'll even come and just take the top and just kind of shape it there. My brows are having like a mind of their own lately. So I'm like, well, I'm not going to fight them. I'm done fighting them. All right, so this side. So I brush up. I'll even brush down just to really coat them. Do one more brush up. But you can see, like, you can make these guys stand. This brow wax is really good. So this guy comes down. I'll just kind of shape them like that. All right. And especially if you have hooded eyes, being able to make your eyebrows go up more is going to give you more room, more of a lid, so that your eyes look more open. And so especially, like I said, if you have hooded eyes, using the brow wax makes your brows up higher and a bigger eyelid. So if that's like one of your issues, try it. I actually really like it. I'm kind of going back and forth on like, put the color in first, put the color in after. And I don't know, right now I'm just kind of leaving it more natural. All right, so I'm gonna go back into my lip and cheek that I used. Let's see. I think this one is pink grapefruit, but I just wanna make sure. Yes, it is pink grapefruit. It's this guy right here. This is baby watermelon, so you can see it's not as bright as the baby watermelon. Oh my goodness, I need some chapstick. Where is my lip conditioner when I need it? Let's see. Right here. Okay, so I leave my lip conditioner always like with the tin so that I could take it with me in my purse. You just pop it out and you don't even have to take your finger. You just rub it on your lips like that. There we go. On Wednesdays, we wear pink. Okay, that is it for the day. Just a really pretty pink eyeshadow look. Do you guys know, like, try taking an eyeshadow picture. They're really hard. So anyways, here's my eyeshadow for the day. Some pink grapefruit on my cheeks and my lips. You know what? I'm going to finish off real quick. Sorry, my camera's like that. With some rose gold illuminator. I could put some of the illuminator that I put underneath my eye in the corner, but that's a little bit too dramatic for today. I'm just going to the movies with my husband. And I don't need all that. Let's see, he's gonna be like, what are you wearing? I'm like, none of your business. I have some on my finger, just breaking down your nose, your Cupid's bow. And my last step always is to set with a spray. Always set with a spray. Like I said though, if you're oily, you're gonna set with a spray, let it dry, then get out your loose setting powder, take your guy, pour some in your cup, get some, and then you could just press it into your skin wherever you have your oily areas. And you would just press that all over in your skin. And not only is it gonna set your face and press the powder into your skin to make it last all day, but actually this will help pick up any extra product, and it'll also help to, if you have any sharp lines or anything that you didn't blend out good enough, this will help kind of finish it off. Okay, but like I said, I'm not crazy oily, so maybe my disgusting hair today. Oh my gosh, I love this stuff. Okay, so this is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. You could get this anywhere. Like, I think I got it off of Amazon for the first time. But you could get it off of Amazon. You can get it Ulta, Sephora, any of those kind of places. So, I am done. Let's see. I'm sorry this one was a little bit longer, but Wednesdays we wear pink. Bye.